Emotion that you keep stored up in your body can become chronic illness. The second I stopped being so agreeable and stopped being a doormat to every person in my life got so much better. If you ever feel like you are way too nice and you are just considered the nice girl and people walk all over you, this video is for you, and it's time to stop that. So I thought that growing up, being agreeable meant your worthiness. I thought that being just, in the middle, not having really an opinion and allowing people to maul all over you and walk all over you like a doormat with their opinions or their expectations was normal. Boundaries are really hard to put up, and so is confrontation. I don't know why I've hated confrontation my entire life. That probably goes back to childhood, but I just get the most anxiety when I think about having to confront someone about how I feel. Like if they hurt me, or if I'm feeling some type of way, or if there's some sort of resentment going on. It is so challenging for me to bring awareness to it because I'm afraid that people are just gonna, up and leave and walk away and separate themselves from my life. And guess what? That has happened. It's happened multiple times. But here's the thing about being the nice girl. The second that you stop and you stand up for yourself and you tell someone if they hurt you or if you feel some type of way, it goes into the let them theory. Let them show you who they truly are. Let them show up how they want to show up. Let them respond how they want to respond. And it shows you their true colors. And I know my problem was that I was afraid that people would leave, but I don't want those people in my life anyway. I would much rather have the problem that I have right now with having minimal friends than have a bunch of fake ass people as friends, people that I can't bring up certain things to, people that I can't share when they cross a boundary and how it made me feel and then talk through it and have some resolution. It is a problem, I think, in today's society because everyone's trying to be so politically correct. Everyone and their mother gets offended by everything. I don't know what bred this, but people need to get thicker skin like they just do. And I've realized I still hate confrontation, but it needs to happen because if you don't confront someone with what you're feeling, or if they offended you or if they hurt you and you keep that inside, emotion that you keep stored up in your body can become chronic illness. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's so true. If you're not saying it with your chest, if you're not sharing how you truly feel, it becomes resentment and stress and anger and fear and all of these things that store up inside of our body that can manifest into an ailment, into an illness. So it goes so much deeper than just not being the nice girl anymore. It goes to your health, your mental health, your well-being. So here's what it looks like to be the nice girl. Over apologizing, running from conflict, being a doormat, not speaking up when you feel like your boundaries have been crossed, always being agreeable, and again, freaking apologizing. Stop apologizing for how you feel. That is how you feel. There's a reason that you're having this type of emotion. So it's time to bring it to light and put it out there on the table. And I like to think about friendships as like, if you're going through something, unpacking your backpacks of whatever is taking place, putting it on a table in front of you guys, and then you guys sifting through it together and working through it together. That's how a true friend should be. So the problem with all of this is that it suppresses your needs. Your needs get put on the back burner every single time, which leads to resentment. You teach people how to act around you and show up for you. So when they see over and over that like your confidence is low, you can be stepped on, you're very agreeable, you'll do whatever they say, they start to believe you. And that's just human nature. You showing up and saying, okay, hold on, that's a boundary, or hey, I didn't like how this happened or how you handled XYZ, then they'll be a little bit like probably shaken at first when you start to stand up for yourself. But then it gets you the ability to weed out the people that you don't need in your life. And although it may hurt, it is so worth it to have the peace that you're going to have on the other side of losing those people, because you're not losing something if you didn't really have it in the first place. So here are some ways that you can tell if you're the nice girl. Saying yes when you want to say no, not setting up boundaries, feeling drained after social interaction. The next time that you feel like something in your chest or stomach that needs to be said, and you know that feeling I'm talking about, You speak it, you blurt it, you don't even think about it, don't filter it, just say it. Like, no, that's not right. No, I don't agree with that. No, I'm not picking up from the airport for the 8th time. Period. And just sit there and allow silence to take place. Don't try to fill the silence. That's a tactic that a lot of people use when interrogating. Like, they want the other person to feel like they need to fill a silence. So they ask a question and then they sit there. Be okay with the silence, because it's giving the other person time to process, but then also it gives you time to sit there and be in your power. And that is such an empowering emotion, an empowering feeling, is when you sit there and you say it with your chest and then you allow them to respond and you pay attention to how they respond. Are they going to start turning things on you, gaslighting you, blaming you, or, making it not even about the situation anymore? Or are they going to sit back and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you felt like that. And I'm really glad that you said something. How can we work through this? That is a mature friend, and that is someone that you want in your life. The prior person, the person that starts gaslighting or blaming or bringing things up from the past, not mature at all. So how do you stop being the nice girl? 1, say no without an explanation. So if someone wants something or to do something or to go somewhere, or they have crossed boundaries multiple times before, or they ask you for something that's way obnoxiously above something that a friend should be asking, say no and don't have an explanation. 2, stop over apologizing. Stop it. It's watering down whatever you had said before, or, if you actually meant something, don't say sorry, period. Reframe your mindset into feeling like you're too much. You're not too much. They're just too little. And then expect discomfort. Some situations are going to bring discomfort. Stop running from it. This is human reality. We are supposed to be able to sit and have conflict resolution with people. And a lot of us were not taught that as kids. So now into our adult lives, it's really impacting us and hurting us. And I think this is something that should be taught in school. We're not taught it. So we have to fumble and figure it out on our own. But I'm telling you, it took until my 30s to realize, all right, if you want to be a bad friend, I don't want you in my life. If you're not going to show up, if you're repeatedly just putting things on the back burner, if we are not on the same flow, same track, if you don't hear what I'm saying when I'm feeling some type of way and you don't receive it well, then we don't need to be friends anymore. We don't need to continue this. And, it does take a level of maturity from someone else. Again, adult relationships takes skill. It's not an innate thing. It's not a natural thing. Friendships that go deeper than surface level. I'm not talking about the friends that are acquaintances. I'm talking about the ride or dies, the people that are there for you no matter what happens. These are the people that you can stop being the nice girl with, and they receive it well. And again, having that respect and having a conversation when they have the headspace for it, that's another thing too. But it's just, adult friendship should be 50-50. Sometimes you can show up for more for the other person, but if you're constantly giving 70% and they're giving 30, I don't know if you really want that person in your life. So my whole point to this is stop being the nice girl and start showing up for yourself.